We're back.
Yes, we are.
We're not quite on the porch.
No, we waited, hoping it would warm up, but it's too cold for this queen.
And when the queen speaks, there's no more discussion.
You better listen.
So here we are back in the living room,
Oh,
close to the porch, but we're in the living room, and we are here with a new word and a new theme and drum roll.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da, a big announcement.
Yes.
Very big. But we're not going to tell you.
No, not
for
yet.
a couple more
Not
minutes.
Yet. That's
we'll tell you
right.
at the end what the big announcement is.
Okay.
So, Queenie, now that you're warm and cozy over there, I think you probably have some things to share.
I do.
So what is our word this week?
It's called the gift. And we all have gifts to give and receive. And it's a very, very special word. Our greatest gift is the one we get from God. Mm-hmm. And we have that all the time. And it changes our life, makes it so happy. No matter what comes along, we still have God's gift.
Right.
So
absolutely. And we're just so grateful because God has given us so many gifts. And on Sunday night in our Bible study, we talked about the parable of the talents, where the master went away and entrusted these gifts of talents, differing amounts, which was an interesting discussion, based on their abilities. So God didn't give them, the master didn't give them more than they could handle, just like God doesn't give us more than he can handle. But we talked specifically about our time, talent, and our treasures.
That's right. And each one of the men that he gave these talents to had different amounts, the same as you and I, Julie. Mm-hmm. We have different gifts, but all three of them reacted in different ways, and we probably do that too.
Absolutely. Right. One of them, the last one, the first two actually invested their gifts and doubled the value.
Yeah.
So did something with the gifts they were given.
Yes,
the third servant was afraid.
Yes.
And fear can be such a barrier, especially in these uncertain times. And so
even now.
Exactly. And so he did not use his gifts. And so we want to remember that lesson and use the gifts that we've been given. But we have obstacles too. Not only fear, but there are other obstacles. And one of them is sometimes we don't even know the gift that we have.
We could go all through our lives and not realize that we had these gifts. And then all of a sudden God shows them to us. And it's up to us whether we use them or not. And if we choose to use them, which we should do, amazing things will happen.
Amazing things. And that actually, little preview, that has to do with our announcement because the queen here did not realize, although you talked about it growing up all the time, that you wanted to write a book.
Yes.
And so that, I think God had planted that desire into you long ago.
I don't know.
But it didn't happen until your writing career started a few years ago.
When the princess took me along to a writers' conference, the Irma Bombeck Writers' Conference. We had so much fun. It was a great weekend. And in the middle of it, I heard my name called. And I thought, they're announcing the oldest person in the audience. There were about 350 people there. And I said, I had to go to the podium.
Yes.
And the next thing I knew, there was a crown on my head, and people were bowing and curtsying. And I thought, what is this? I was shocked. But I got that award, and I promised the audience that they would see me at the next conference as a writer.
Yes.
And something triggered inside of me. God was doing it. And I went home, put that crown back up on my head, and sat down at an old typewriter. That's another story. We'll tell you later.
Yeah, that crown's pretty much been on ever since.
Oh, yeah.
And it launched, that was back in 2016. And that really launched your writing career. And guess what? This week is actually the Irma Bombeck Writers Workshop.
It is,
now, this year it's online. Usually it's in the spring.
Yeah.
But we'll get to see some of our friends, and everybody loves the Queen, the Irma Queen. So you discovered this gift of writing.
Yes.
At this stage of life, so it's never too late.
Never too late.
And my story is somewhat similar because I never knew I was a writer.
No.
I was always growing up, and you know this, kind of the analytical math, science geek. And then I got in this lane, you know, when I graduated from college, in the business lane.
Yeah.
You know, in the business world. And I think one of the obstacles with our gifts can also be that we get tunnel vision, that we kind of get in a certain path or a certain lane, whether it's professionally or just in hobbies, and we like to do what we're good at. And so I was really good at the analytical stuff and also project management.
Yeah.
So that's the path that I started down when I graduated working for Eli Lilly.
And I was a teacher. I had 7 children to raise, and that was a lifestyle that fit theirs. And I loved teaching. That was another gift I didn't know I had.
Yes,
but it was necessary. I accepted it, and I lived with it till I was 70 years old and had some great moments and raised my children along with that too.
Absolutely.
So,
and you're actually teaching through your writing.
Yeah.
And so am I. I feel like I come from a long line of teachers.
Yeah, you do.
And so my writing tends to be, you know, life lessons or Bible studies or things I use it to teach. And so.
And you're always showing someone something, you know, going out to help. And that's part of being a teacher too. I mean, you care about others.
Right. Well, our life is our message. And so people are watching. And we've talked about, we live right now, especially in a watching world in these difficult times. And so every time we walk out our door, we're teaching something.
Yeah.
And
we have an opportunity every time we leave the house to give a smile, to give a kind word, to just make the day a little bit better for someone.
Absolutely.
And I see a lot of lonely people living in a senior community. They are really lonely from this pandemic. So
well, and you're born what I like to call Barnabas, and Barnabas in the Bible is the son of encouragement. You're a born encourager, and that's true. Well, we all have that opportunity every time we walk out our door to be a Barnabas, to smile at somebody, to say hello, to just notice. I think it's just noticing the person right in front of you.
Exactly.
And kind of slowing, life has been slowed down. And so we definitely have that opportunity.
And I need encouragement myself. I mean, who would think that I could do any of the things I'm doing now? And I'm not through yet.
No, she's just getting started. She's just getting started. And, you know, one of the things that we also talked about is the gift of time, that we all have the gift of time, and what are we doing with it? And I think you're such a wonderful example of how you use your time to encourage others. You're using it beyond yourself. And we, you know, always like to kind of spread that message of living beyond ourselves.
Well, I think there is time and space for a lot of things in our day. It can't all be focused on writing, although to tell you the truth, I'd love to sit at the computer all day and write. I just enjoy it. I'm laughing and I'm happy. But if I don't get up and exercise and make a few phone calls, I could be stuck to that chair.
She would be. She's been down here working away I've been upstairs for a couple hours, and I was like, is she still down there?
I don't get...
Because our Tuesdays, we are together, socially distant, working together on, Mom's working on her book. Now that she is a writer, she's working on her first book.
Oh, that's a big goal.
I just think that's awesome. And the thing too about gifts is it takes sometimes, you know, you can have a gift, but you have to practice it.
Yes.
And you have to work at it sometimes to
Well, I'm practicing my dancing.
And there's the dancing too.
Trying to do that. I don't want to, you know, you don't use it, you lose it. Right. So I want to keep that up, because when this pandemic ends, I've got places to go and
there will
dance.
Be shows.
Dance.
There will be shows.
Oh yeah, we've got shows
all over town. So yes, there's been a lot of dancing and dance instruction going on in the garage.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of gifts.
And
you're
it's
using
fun.
them in many ways. Yes.
I mean, I say to God every day, how can I say anything? My mouth is so full of blessings and things that I enjoy. My home, I eat what I want, I do what I want. Does it get any better than that?
Chocolate, by the way.
Well, that too, but does it get
It doesn't. I love your positive attitude, and that is really a gift. I mean, you do have the gift of joy and faith.
I do.
And that is such a blessing.
I don't know why.
In sharing that.
I mean, but God blesses me, and I don't know why, but I gladly accept it, and you should too. Every one of us has certain gifts, and maybe they're buried somewhere in the back of your mind. Maybe you've been giving to others and caring for others. You haven't had time for it, but now is your time too. So don't feel selfish about it.
Absolutely.
I mean, as long as we can share it with someone else and not just keep it all to ourselves, it's got to go out. Look at Julie here. Without her help, I wouldn't be writing. I mean, she's on me, and you know, I thought I was done with it.
Sound very positive.
Well, I thought I was through with this chapter.
She did. Chapter 8's been a struggle. Pray for chapter 8. But when you get Mom's book, you're going to say it's the best chapter.
You know why? Because I knew zero about this topic. And now that I know a little more, I think I know everything.
Right. We're talking about technology, by the way. It's going to be a good
chapter. I had a typewriter.
It's not been a natural gift.
And she took it away from me. And I can't be a writer with a typewriter anymore. So I've had to go through a lot of struggles. But guess what? They've been worth it.
They've been so worth it. And I'm so proud of you, Mom.
You can do it.
Despite technology not being your gift, you have pushed through, because that's an important thing too, is we need to know our limitations.
Yes.
And when we don't have a natural gift, we need to get help.
All thumbs.
We need to get help.
Yeah.
And so, because you are a writer, you need to use technology.
But
and that's been a struggle.
I'm clumsy. I can't even darn a sock. I mean, I just don't have those.
Who is darning socks these days?
I know.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, years ago. That's before your time, Julie.
It's before my time. I don't know how to darn a sock.
I just had to throw them out. That's all.
So,
but anyway,
we just encourage you.
Yeah.
So maybe this week, pray about God to reveal maybe some hidden gifts.
Yes.
Some things maybe that have been in the back of your mind, like you said, maybe that we've unintentionally buried.
Yeah.
Because we've been so focused on what maybe we're good at, or maybe what we're doing in our profession.
Maybe the pandemic has slowed us down.
Right.
And we're not feeling as peppy or as upbeat as we can be.
Right.
So take time to think about what you would like to do and just try it. I mean, it may not be something you want to do on the first try, but don't give up, because every one of us has a talent.
Absolutely.
And it's great.
And God will put that passion in your heart.
That's right.
I think for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. And there are actually, if you want to, and I can even put the link up, there are what we call spiritual gift assessments.
Yes.
And these are specific for the church, actually, and how we can serve the church and expand the kingdom here on earth.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of assessments out there to find out what your gifts are. And I've done those before. And one of them that was shocking was I came out as a visionary.
Yeah.
And I was like, me? It was kind of like the writing thing. It came out of left field.
I know.
And it was that I'm a problem solver, but I can see things and create things when I see a problem. And I've done that like with the kids with the Kenya Carnival.
Yes.
I created this huge community project to help some kids and vulnerable children.
I had a friend back in California who always wanted to belly dance. And she was not shapely. Well, I shouldn't say that. But anyway, that was her gift she wanted to try out. Well, she got into that costume and got out there and shook everything she had. And it wasn't pretty, believe me. But she fulfilled her dream. I wonder if she's still doing it now, because you could see the sparkle in her eye. And I thought, okay, but
so there may be other belly dancers out there.
Who knows?
I'm not me.
No,
I'm not the belly dancer.
You're not old enough, Julie. You haven't got enough meat on your bones. But someday, you better watch out. This girl's going to be something big.
You got to watch this one now, because this.
Can I go? Can I tell my
Okay, so we have an announcement, and we're getting so much excitement over there. So we talked about gifts today, and the timing of this is perfect because Dancing Grammy, the Queen, has for a second time, yay, gotten in Chicken Soup for the Soul. Age is just a number. That is a perfect book for you.
Yes. And I shouldn't give away the story, should I?
You can just tell the title, but you have to buy the book. And we're taking book orders now, by the way.
And they're discounted, aren't they?
Well, maybe. Yeah, they're discounted.
And this title is Mom on Match. So you figure it out.
It's actually a great story, too, because technology has not been your thing. So what are the chances that you would meet your hubby on Match? It's a great little story, and we will have more information. We're going to have a social distance book signing, maybe one online.
You never know what's coming next. I certainly didn't think this was.
Right.
But it happened.
So congratulations. This is the second time you've been in Chicken Soup. So now we've both been in 2 times. I wonder who's going to break the tie.
I'll let her do it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. You are on a roll and your writing career has been launched.
Fun. And anybody can do it. I look in the index, and some of these people have been writers their whole lives. But there's also some who just started, like me.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
To write, to get in Chicken Soup, to use
you can take that to the bank, as they say.
Take that to the bank.
And we have work to do, so I'm sorry. We're going to have to cut you off.
We have work to do.
But there's a lot of things on the bucket list today. So see you soon.
All right. Stay tuned for the book signing.
Have a good
let us know if you'd like to pre-order a signed copy of the Queen's book. So we will let you know. We'll put information in the feed. All right.
Okay.
Have a great week, and hopefully we'll be back on the porch next week.
Yes. And that's going to be a good one, I think. Election day.
Election day is tune in next Tuesday. We're going to do something special next Tuesday.
Not telling.
We're not telling. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.